Hi, Rosebuds. Welcome to Dion Says Whatever. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to all so y'all know when I upload shorts, go live, my posts, or these uploads. Now, I hope everybody is doing fine, fine, fine on this Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Y'all, we got to get into some of this circus with Karlissa, Nevaeh, and Blueface. Now, Blueface and Nevaeh was streaming. Karlissa dropped by. She always interfering, right? So they're sitting there kikiing and kakaing, and they started talking about stuff. And Karlissa brings up, oh, she asked Blue about something about his trauma or something, and Blueface said, "I never seen my father in domestic violence." Right? So let's take it back a little bit. But remember when Papa Blue first popped up on the internet and with the nail polish and the things of the things, right? Karlissa always threw shots at Papa Blue. It seemed like the more Blue was praising his dad, Karlissa threw shots and put him down. Now I see the dynamic because now on this stream today, on today, 2026, meaning Blueface always been when he's around Karlissa, he always say things, right? Y'all have to listen, and the people that know what I'm saying and hear what I'm about to say can relate. If you think back, you're gonna be like, yeah, you right, Dion. Karlissa always putting Papa Blue down for one, right? And Blueface feel away. Because when she always said things bad about Papa Blue or throw shots at him about him, his wife, and the things of the things, you see Blueface, his whole mugshot change, right? So they sitting here and Blueface saying that he never seen his father in domestic violence, and Carlissa was getting in her feelings. She's saying, I'm I'm that B. I can say what I want to say, and you know what I want to say, how I want to say it, right? So then she commits to say, because Blueface said, my dad did take care of me. I I had my own room at my father's house, at Papa Blue house, right? Carlissa said, tell the chat when you had your own room at Papa Blue house. So Blueface was saying he did have a room. Carlissa said, let's start there. Did Carlissa have to ask Papa Blue to stay with her? Carlissa said, no, I never asked or had to stay with him. But Papa Blue had to stay with her, and she put a roof over Papa Blue head. And then when Papa Blue moved out, he moved to a raggedy, what she say, a raggedy shack. And when you got your room with your father, it was y'all was living in a raggedy shack with prostitutes. Let's start there first of all. Let's break that down. Carlissa, you can't negate what Blueface seen with you. You can't negate what he how he looked at things or understood things at that point with his dad at his dad's house. And she still continues to put Papa Blue down because then the next thing out her mouth, instead of understanding what Blueface is trying to say to her, all she sees is him praising Papa Blue and feeling in her chest because Blueface said the things about her that he say. So it's like Blue look at his mom in a negative way and look at his father in a positive light, right? And that's what I'm getting from what Blueface is saying and how Karlissa is reacting, how she always reacted when it came to Blueface defending his dad. So Karlissa said After she said about the raggedy house, she said you didn't have no whole bedroom. You had like a corner where with a shelf. He still had a room, whether it's minute room or a big room. He still had it, and you trying to negate that Blueface went through what he went through with you and seeing how he lived with his dad. Like it was two different things. And Karlissa always making herself bigger than his dad. Like better than. She look at herself better than. And Blueface trying to put her in her place like, Mom, you was no better than my dad. And she basically not listening. Because that's what I get from what he's saying. So then Karlissa said something about Nevaeh about, you know, y'all laid down and had this baby um without being married or something, right? And so Blueface said, you don't want to talk. And she was saying basically that they didn't do things the right way. And Nevaeh about to have a second child when the ninja left her destitute, meaning left Nevaeh destitute, right? Nevaeh said, well, Carlissa, you had three. like, like Carlissa, do you hear the things that you saying? Like, because what you saying about other people is you. Because Carlissa been through some things. She tried to project and highlight the things that these girls that Blueface is messing around with, like things that they've done, right? Because she see it in her own life, the things that she's done. That's why Blueface was saying that he's seen her with men on men on men on men. You know what I'm saying? Running through the house, running like in and out basically. You know what I'm saying? Different ones, the swinging door. So, like you saying, she said, Carlissa said, Papa, your Papa, he became a Rolling Stone in a raggedy house with prostitutes. That's why Blueface doing what he doing now. You like, you know what I'm saying? She trying to shift the narrative and shift the blame on Papa Blue, but Blue only seen the trauma with you. Like he said, why your kids had to fight the men in your life. My dad never had domestic violence. Blueface never seen that from his dad and whoever he was with. But he obviously seen it more than one time with Karlissa with a couple of her guys. Even Callie fought one of her guys. Your daughter, Karlissa? Like that's crazy. And the Tony is the guy name. He was beating up Callie. I don't know. I think she said Dre jumped in and Blue didn't help or something. But it's crazy that every time you turn around, Karlissa, you was putting Papa Blue down. So that's where Blueface is fighting you tooth and nail because he like, Mom, you're not better than him. Y'all equal in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all the same. But the more Karlissa push for him to Blueface to look at her different than what he see her as up until today, she's not getting that. She's not getting that. He see you how he see you. This became before we met Blueface. You know what I'm saying? It's what you put on him. And vice versa. His dad didn't put stuff on him. He didn't see the things. Well, whether his dad didn't do it in front of him or whatever the case may be, he didn't experience that. None of the trauma that he experienced with you with Papa Blue, and she keep trying to compare her to Papa Blue, and you're never gonna win in Blueface eyes. You know what I'm saying? So, she trying to tell him stuff right. Some of the stuff, I get it. When she said you gotta stop treating these women like you do, and your baby mothers, you gotta stop doing that because your kids is seeing this, right? But Carlissa, where was you all along? Where was you all along? Because your mouth ain't Christian either. You see what I'm saying? You do things and you say suggestive stuff too. And she was saying, and Carlos said That's why Blueface, I mean Pink Face cuss like she do. It's from all of y'all. So why is Javon still in there? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's all of y'all in collective. It's not just one person. Because them kids see everything y'all do. Like I was saying about Blue and his parents. You know, people, please don't put, was your mom, dad, and y'all not together, please do not put the other parent down to that child. Because for one, before y'all split, it was trauma put on that kid because the kid sees what y'all think and hears what y'all think they don't hear and see. Okay? And you putting the other parent down is just gonna, it could backfire. And you really don't excuse me, and you really don't want that because you're gonna be in a situation like Blue where he's fighting, you know, he's combating against his mom because she keep putting Papa Blue down. And I don't think that's right because kids gonna develop their own trauma, right? Depending on how their upbringing is or what they're going through as a kid, on top of what they're dealing with in their life. You know what I'm saying? They don't need added drama. They don't need job trauma put on them. You know what I'm saying? Keep a kid, let a kid be a kid and stay in the kid's place away from all y'all BS because it's gonna be worse when you think they're gonna be in counseling. Trust me, they're gonna be on somebody's couch getting some therapy. You know what I'm saying? So then they would just talk about how Nevaeh and him shouldn't name the baby Junior after Blueface, Jonathan Jamal Jr. because they're not married, you know, and it's supposed to be your wife that bears your junior, right? Now, I believe that and I get that, but times has changed, you know what I'm saying? And Blueface is getting upset kind of because he like, I don't talk to you about stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Because look at your life. Now this is where the men he's about to bring up about the men coming in and out her life, all these different men. That's how that came up. The revolving door of the men in Karlissa's life. So and Karlissa started saying that's why she didn't make um Blueface a junior to Papa Blue because his credit was messed up and he didn't want, she put it on Papa Blue that Papa Blue didn't want to curse Blueface with bad credit. Nevaeh was like, well, Blueface got good credit now or something, right? So and that started the conversation about bad dad, good mom with Karlissa. You know, and so I mean this is like funny to me. Like the way Karlissa is doing, like ironically funny, not ha ha he funny, right? And she deflecting and throwing everybody in it, but dealing with what Blueface is actually saying to her because he's telling her the issues with her, and she's not getting it. She's not even listening because she had this script in her head. You know what I'm saying? To try to look a certain way because they're streaming. No, you can't. You want to be raw and uncut, then get into it. Okay, get into it like he's trying to do. You know, and some of the things she was saying was correct. You know, but at the same time, Blueface like you're not a good candidate to teach me nothing about love. Karlissa said she got 13 years in with her husband, no cheating, no nothing, right? But Blueface said, "What lessons did you learn dating all the men that you dated?" Karlissa was like, "I didn't date all these men. I had a sugar daddy and a husband. That's still one too many." Blue seen that. You see what I'm saying? And she failed to realize Blue seen a lot. You can't negate and take away what he felt, what he saw, because you don't know. Kids see everything. You be surprised it's because they be on a hush. We soak that stuff in as a kid. We soak it all in as a kid, and we wonder why our kids have trauma before they get a certain age and bring on stress in their own life themselves. You know, um. So when after he was saying about the domestic violence, they had to fight her men and all this stuff. I didn't like really care. She said her sugar daddy never had a domestic violence, and you proud of having in 20. She said her sugar daddy never had domestic violence. They still friends to this day, 20 years later. He's a good friend of hers. What? And I don't get this. I don't know if Karlissa just be just trolling or just saying things, but you can. I don't know how your husband feel. How do your husband feel that you still friends or communicate with your sugar daddy? He's still giving you money, Karlissa? Like, what? Like, is you still getting it in with your sugar daddy? Like, what's going on, girl? Like, what's going on? Like, see, and Carissa tell too much of her business. Then she think about the stuff that she say, and then she has to come back to the internet and try to clean stuff up. You know what I mean? And that's what she get because she talk, and run her mouth like, you know what I'm saying? No, like Blueface said, you're trying to validate a sugar daddy. Carlissa said, Carlissa said, I'm validating being a sugar daddy. Having a sugar daddy, you're trying to validate because you're a sugar daddy to three girls. You think they really like you? They don't. They're using you for your money. I'm like, and I ooh. Like, come on now. Like, this is crazy, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this. She said, you really think they like you? And he not answering that. Three husbands, three baby daddies after that, and all you could vouch for is a sugar daddy. Wow. Blueface be throwing them jabs. And he be throwing them truths at Karlissa. And she can't handle it and she try to deflect. She deflect. I'm telling you, she deflect. What I tell y'all, oh my God, this conversation is deep, but at the same time, they need to be hearing each other. They need to be listening to each other because you can hear somebody talking, but are you listening to the words that's coming out of each other's mouth? Are y'all really listening? Because if they was really listening, they will take heed to what each other is saying and respond to that issue, to the next issue, to the you know what I'm saying? They just throwing the stuff out there like Karlissa, you did this, such and such and such. Well, Blueface, you da 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 da. You think these girls like you? They don't really like you. Da, da, da. I'm like, they like it's crazy, And the things that people do for money, clicks, views, money. That's what it boils down to, And you wonder, Karlissa, why he treat these women like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't even trust his own mom. So how he think he could trust a regular female that he dating to want to settle down and be faithful when he seen his mom not be faithful to her husbands when she was married 3 times. That's why Blue cannot don't trust. That's why Blue is insecure. Blueface is very insecure, and that's why he projects this stuff on these females that he gaslights, he beige rates. You know what I'm saying? He disrespects and he disregards their feelings. And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? Because Blueface, you can see his heart. You know what I'm saying? You can see Blueface have a heart. You know, Blueface wasn't always this bad. You know what I'm saying? He had ignorant ways and ignorant stuff that came out his mouth, but that was his persona. That's the Blueface persona. Jonathan, you can see, is totally different. But things is making him really become this narcissist person. Jonathan become this narcissist person. If y'all get what I'm saying. So I'm gonna come back again and finish talking about the stream because Karlissa and Nevaeh get in the kitchen and Nevaeh is cooking for them or whatever. And Karlissa is getting on my nerves. Every little thing Nevaeh do, Karlissa got something to say. She turn this way, why you turn that way? She pick up this, why you pick up that? That's aggravated, ain't it? That's aggravated, right? So y'all wait, make sure y'all push that bell so because I'm coming with another video. I gotta upload it after I do this one. And I will see y'all on the next Dion Says Whatever. And we're gonna finish this conversation. So please drop in the my comment section under this video and let me know what y'all think about how parents should act. You know, not act, but about putting each other down as parents, the mother and the father, or talking trash to the kid about the other parent. And what would y'all do? What do if y'all got kids? How do y'all handle it? How do y'all um separate the issues where like do things in front of your kids or make sure do you think your kids hear and see things that y'all do? I hope y'all got the questions. Like y'all get what I'm saying. Let's have a conversation about everything. Put it like that. Okay? Thank y'all for coming and watching. If nobody never told you they love you, Dion said it. I love you, you, and you. Um, um, um. Okay? I'll see y'all on the next Dion Says Whatever. Bye, Rosebuds.